Zakafet YouTube, and let us make some pepper sauce, salt and pepper shrimp, and some fried yam. So I've got my white yam and I am just going to be cutting it into rings. I'm using my gorgeous knife from Titan Forge Knives. I did a giveaway a few weeks ago for one of these. Oh my goodness, it is one of my favorites. So like I said, I'm just slicing my yam into rings. This yam was rather large. I used about half of it a few days ago and I'm using the other half now. You can slice your yam however you like according to your own preference, but I find when I slice it like this, it just makes chopping it into sticks so much easier, and this is what I like. Okay, so now that it's all sliced, I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut off the skin. Guys, you may think this takes a lot of time, but hey, I wasn't rushing today and this took me about 5 minutes in total. So as you can see, I am just cutting it into stick shapes. Do you see how nice it looks? Guys, you can, like I said again, slice yours however you like. If you want to peel the whole yam and then chop it, that's entirely up to you. But yes, this took me about 5 minutes to do the whole thing, and I am absolutely in love with how it came out. So I'm going to peel and chop the rest of my yam, and as you can see on the left, I have a bowl of clean water that I am putting the yam in as soon as I chop it, as this will help to prevent it from turning black, because you know how quick ground provisions oxidizes after you peel them. Okay, so chop up the yam, and when you're all done, just ensure to put it in a nice bowl of water. So now that I am all done, look at how beautiful my yam is looking. Guys, I swear this could pass off as potatoes, but no, it's not potatoes. So I am just washing it, and in another bowl I have some clean water because I am going to be rinsing this at least twice. Okay, so for the first one, just want to wash it off, get rid of any impurities, any dirt, anything at all, and then put it in a bowl of clean water. Guys, you're gonna allow it to soak because that's very important. Okay, so wash it very well, add it to your bowl, and after it's all in the bowl, I am just gonna go ahead and adding a little bit of salt, and I'm going to let my yam soak in the salt water. Some people put sugar. I've never tried it with sugar, but maybe I will soon. So I'm going to set it to one side while I work on my pepper sauce ingredients. So I have 1 tomato and I have a few chilies and 1 red onion, and I'm just chopping it up and putting it into my food processor. Guys, I'm taking off the seeds because I don't really like seeds left in my peppers, although the chili is not hot at all, but I just prefer to take it out. Also forgot my scotch bonnet pepper. Hey, if you're like me and you like a little heat, then go in and put about 2 or 3. But for me, 1 is more than okay. I'm taking off the seeds and washing it off before I blend it up. Okay, I'm using my mini food processor from Aldi, not sponsored. Okay, I'm putting a little oil and I am just going to pulse this for at least 30 seconds. I don't want it to be too smooth. I still want it to be a little chunky, and this will work beautifully in my pepper sauce. So now that it's all done, just showing you the texture. Guys, it's very similar to when you're making green seasoning, but for this, I'd say it's red seasoning. As you can see, it looks beautiful. So my yam is prepped, my pepper sauce ingredients is prepped. Let us go ahead and do this. Got a small saucepan and I'm just gonna add in about a tablespoon or two of some vegetable oil, and before it starts getting too hot, I'm just gonna pour in my pepper mixture. Then I'm just gonna mix that up, and keep your heat on a low to medium because you don't want to get your stove all messy if the heat is too high. Okay, so I'm just going to ensure that I get every last bit from my food processor because we don't want nothing to waste. So make sure to mix it up very well, mix it well, and then I am just going to pop the lid on and allow that to just cook down for about 5-10 minutes just to dry up a little bit of the liquid. Okay, so in 10 minutes I'm gonna come back and then I'm just gonna stir it up again. As you can see, it's starting to dry up just a little bit more, and after the 10 minutes is where I like to season mine. Now you don't need lots of seasonings in this because it can get salty very fast if you put too much seasonings. So I'm putting about a teaspoon of salt and mixing it in. I probably should have just put the salt directly into the pot, but that's okay. So about a teaspoon of salt will do. And over here I have a Knorr cube. This has 2 in there, but I'm only gonna be using 1 out of the pack because like I said, I don't want it to be too salty. And that is all you will need really. You will just let the flavors of the onion, peppers and everything do its thing, and that is more than sufficient. You can feel free to season this as you like, but guys, I'm gonna cover it for a further 5-10 minutes. But while it's frying down, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my yam. Using a small Dutch pot, I'm gonna go in with about 2 cups of vegetable oil, and I'm gonna allow it to heat up for about 3 minutes before I go in with my yam. Be very careful, and I do strongly advise using a deep pot to fry the yam, or if you have a fryer, don't use a frying pan because listen, it is gonna go everywhere. That oil mixing with that water. I didn't get burnt because hey, this is not the first time I'm making this, but the first time I made it, oh my goodness, I used a little frying pan and I can swear there was oil on my ceiling. Oh my goodness. So yes, in the back, as you can see, I'm just stirring the pepper sauce. It's very important that you stir it every now and again so that it doesn't burn. And then after about 3-4 minutes is where I remove my gorgeous yam. Oh my goodness, look at that, guys, so delicious. So my mouth is just salivating all over again just looking at this. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. And I just love the way that it is nice and crispy on the outside and the inner is so soft and delicious. Guys, this is so wonderful. If you haven't tried some fried yam before, then yes, I'm the advocate for fried yam. You need some in your life. Oh my goodness, look at that. So I'm just gonna fry the second set because I did fry it in 2 separate batches, and you don't need to fry it for more than 2-3 minutes, okay? Anything more than 3-4 minutes is probably a little bit too much. Okay, some people like theirs with a little bit of color. I really don't mind either way, so I really don't mind. So now that my yam is out of the pot and nicely cooked, I'm just gonna make some quick salt and pepper shrimp. I do have an in-depth video on my channel. You can just search salt and pepper shrimp TERRI-ANN'S kitchen and it will come up. But all I did, I just seasoned some pink Argentinian shrimp with a little bit of salt, black pepper, and I just put a little corn flour on it. And then using that same oil that I fried the yam earlier, I am just frying the shrimp in there for about 2-3 minutes till It's a little crispy on the outside. Nothing too much, guys. I do have a detailed recipe on it, but I just thought let me include it in that video. So now that my shrimp is all done, it's only been about 2-3 minutes. I'm just gonna remove it from the pot and just place it on a clean paper towel just to drain off any excess oil and moisture. And this is how it's looking in a small pot. I'm just sauteing some chilies and some onions, and that's only gonna take about a minute or so. Guys, this is just a little garnish for the salt and pepper shrimp. You don't have to do this, of course, but it just makes it look so beautiful. I also seasoned it with a little bit of salt, black pepper, and thyme, and I just popped in a few spring onions to the mix to saute for a further 30 seconds or so before I am just going to take it and just garnish it on top of my shrimp. This took less than a minute and it was all ready. So beautiful. It just gives it a nice little garnish, a nice little flavor as well. And yes, this is it, all done, looking so beautiful. So this is my pepper sauce done in 20 minutes. Guys, as you can see, I sort of just cooked everything around each other. That way everything is nice and hot by the time I am finished cooking everything. And look at that beautiful pepper sauce. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm definitely gonna have to try that with some fish, or even better, some turkey wings. Oh my gosh. So yes, there is my fried yam looking amazing. Oh, and my salt and pepper shrimp, and now my pepper sauce. This is looking absolutely amazing. Look at how vibrant and rich. Oh my god. So everything is nicely done before. Oh yes, oh my goodness. Before I end this video, just want to give a big shout out to my girl at Shola J for inspiring this recipe. Of course, girl, from ever since I saw you make that yam, and I just had to make it. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this recipe. If you do try it, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram as well at TERRI-ANN'S Kitchen, and don't forget to purchase my new ebook by visiting www.terrianskitchen.com. It's a pleasure having you here, and I will see you again in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Bye bye.